Hi guys, again. Still revising, so I decided to do another video, this time on the topic of new media. This is going to be a quick video. I'm going to try and whiz through things and kind of just give you an overview of what new media is. So, on a whole, new media is basically the evolution of existing media systems and the development of new digital communication technologies. That's self-explanatory. It's basically the evolution of systems like the TV, so like round TVs, and like desktop computers, which used to be massive. I remember them ones. So like laptops now, and the development of new digital communication technologies. Like you've got mobile phones, for example. That's a type of digital communication technology because it's now what's the word? It can now do a lot more things. Okay, so that's basically what it is in general. I'm gonna start off by talking about neo-philliacs. They are people that actually do like new media, think it's a great thing, and they've given a couple reasons for why. Well, they've given several reasons, but I'm gonna give you three. Okay, the first one is online shopping. I guess that's a good thing because companies can now be global. That means a larger consumer market and they'll be getting a lot more profit, and that's always a plus side for any company for that matter. Two is consumer choice, and whether that be TVs, TV channels, a lot more radio stations, the internet, and stuff like that. Three is the fact that people can seek alternative views apart from the ones in the mainstream media through the internet. Obviously you can search Google and you can find completely different views on what is in the media and kind of build your identity from that. Okay, people that don't like the new media are called cultural pessimists. They basically believe that this whole revolution of new media is exaggerated by neo-philliacs. They've given several reasons for why the new media isn't that great. I'm going to give you four of them. The first one I've got is commercialization and the fact that there's a lot more commercial sites. The second one is the fact that it's dominated by media I can never pronounce this, conglomerates, and that's basically it's the internet being directed by a small amount of really large corporations and companies that kind of direct what someone does on the internet and kind of portray this idea. I was gonna say dominant ideology, but I realized that postmodernists don't believe in the dominant ideology. But yeah, three is the decline in quality, and that's basically the idea that new media try to make people think they've got more choice when really they haven't got more choice. They've just got horrible quality TV, trashy TVs, Jersey Shore. Sorry for anyone that likes it. That Sun Sex Holiday, whatever it's called. I don't really pay attention to TV, but yeah. And repeats, like I mean, some of us appreciate repeats, like repeats of Big Bang, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and stuff like that, but they've got a lot more I was gonna say retweets, repeats, yeah. And the fourth one is reinforcing elite power, and that's very similar to the dominated by media conglomerates, and it's basically the idea that you've got massive people that have got so much power, and new media just kind of reinforces the power that they have because these companies now even own a lot of internet sites and stuff, and they always make sure that their ideas or their view is the dominant view. So that's what cultural pessimists believe. Wow, I'm getting my words all mussed up. Okay, I'm quickly going to talk about the three main characteristics of new media. The first one being convergence, technological convergence, man. Um, and that's basically like phones and stuff, because you can call, you can text, you can play games, you can edit pictures, you can take pictures, you can read Word documents and stuff. You can do a lot of stuff on a phone. Two is compression, and that's basically the idea of there being digital signals now, so more than one signal can be sent down the same cable. And the third one is interactivity, and that's basically the idea that people can interact with media and with each other. So you've got like Facebook, that's it, part of interactivity, but you've also got stuff like X Factor where you can phone in and talk to the judges, or you can like vote and stuff like that. And the last thing I'm going to touch on is uses of new media. And that's, oh, two more things actually. I'm going to do uses and postmodernism view on new media, obviously. So uses is basically quickly age, usually 16 to 24, social class, high, middle class and upper class, gender, girls between the age of like 11 to say 21, 22, they like magazines, mobile phones and stuff like that. Boys, they also like mobile phones and stuff, but they're also interested in more techie stuff, like how laptops work and how these things of like how can I make a call and text someone and play music all at the same time. Like that's what they're interested in. And location is normally Western world, so we've got like America, UK, other parts of Europe, Japan. I don't know if Japan's part of the Western world, but yes. And that's mainly because of availability and also language. Most things are in English. Okay, so that's that. And then the last thing I'm going to the last thing I'm going to touch on is postmodernism. Postmodernism is kind of newish theory. Concerning new media, they basically believe that new media actually influences our identity and shapes our identity, and it kind of defines our lifestyle and our culture. It defines things like what we eat, what we buy. You find that you actually buy brands and not clothes, because two companies can make both beautiful quality shirts, polo shirts. One can be Ralph Lauren and one can be like basic Asda or Tesco, or for people like in America or whatever, like Walmart. It's a basic shopping center, and people will buy the Ralph Lauren because it's Ralph Lauren. You've got the idea that a lot of people are becoming part of proto communities, and that's things like Facebook and YouTube and stuff. People, it's like more virtual. And they also believe in the idea that new media allows us not really new media, maybe postmodernism in general. They don't really look at meta-narratives. Meta-narratives are basically grand narratives, so large-scale theories to the world, like science and Marxism, for example. But there are some criticisms from postmodernism and the fact that it kind of exaggerates the degree of social change. Obviously you do have a lot of new media, but as far as social change, people are still very much similar to what they were before. It's just that they've got new media involved as well. And the fact that media is not really the only influence. So you've got other things like your family, your religion, your friendship group and stuff. And the last one is the fact that people can't always access the internet, depending on where they live, depending on connection and stuff. So the media doesn't actually influence us if we can't even access the internet, for that matter. So that's mainly for people that live in less developed communities and countries. So they can't actually be influenced by the new media. And that's really all I have. I really wanted this video to be like 5 minutes long, and it's escalated to like 8.5 minutes. So I'm gonna end it there. I hope you've been informed in some way, and if there's anything that I have got wrong, or I've said wrong, or I've got some concept twisted a bit, or I've mentioned something that shouldn't have been mentioned, anything, please let me know, or comment or message me or anything, because I'm always interested in learning and I don't mind being criticised. I get criticised by my friends a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching if anyone does watch, and see you next video.